Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Sometimes certain statements, once they were, said out loud, obviously, cannot be taken back. That is like you jump over a cliff. You can't climb back. You're going down. So sometimes you can make it, oh, I wanted to do this. It's going to be okay. I'm just going to hit the ground and pop. But it's okay. I wanted it in the name of this and that. So you can make it sound differently, but you can't take it back. So we have a problem here. The Ukrainians claim that they were able to destroy all the drones and all the missiles, actually, launched by the Russians on Kiev 2 days ago. If you remember, there was a number of missile attacks, they call it massive missile attacks, conducted by the Russians. One, I think it was on the 4 days ago, the other one the next day, and the next day. One was from the Caspian Sea, the other one was from the Black Sea, and so on. Well, the problem is this. After the delivery of those Patriot batteries, they have two now. I'm guessing they are around Kiev at this point. They will not mention, they will not tell us where they are, so the Russians cannot blow them. But anyway, since they're invisible like the HIMARS, then I don't know why they're afraid. But anyway, they say that they blew up all the drones that the Russians sent overnight. So the Russian must have, they must have attacked Kiev last night, and the Ukrainians said we destroyed all of them. The problem is this: once you reach this point, everything else that's going to be short of this will be a disappointment, will be a failure. That is, when you have someone who becomes a world champion, if next year is not going to be qualifying on the regionals, that's a big failure compared with a person who never qualified to the regionals, you know what I mean, or to the nationals. For the person, okay, didn't qualify, not a big deal. But if you're a world champion and you don't qualify, let's say, to the nationals in your country, that's a big failure right there. So the Ukrainians, they already pushed this narrative that all the drones or the missiles fired at Kiev were downed. So next time when the Russians will launch an attack on Kiev, they cannot say, well, out of 20 missiles, we downed 18. Even it's a fantastic ratio, right? Is still going to be seen as a failure. World champion, not qualify for nationals. So let's see what's going on. I'm exaggerating so I can make a point, okay? That's why you make analogies like this, so you make a point. Otherwise, you don't make an analogy and just say it again and again and again, the same thing. So, the Kiev Independent. Ukrainian military shoots down all drones fired at Kiev overnight. So this is May 3rd, 2023. Ukraine's air defenses shot down all the Iranian-made drones that Russia fired at the capital overnight on May 3rd. Yes, when you fired two on Moscow, they were successful in attacking the Kremlin, right? Right. The Kiev City Military Administration reported on Telegram. According to Serhiy Popko, head of the administration, there were no casualties or destruction following the attack, the third Russian attack at the city over the last 6 days. Russia exclusively fired Iranian-made Shahed kamikaze drones at Kiev, the administration said, saying that they were launched from various directions. But hey, we're good. Russia launched the latest large-scale missile strike against Ukraine overnight on May 1st, injuring at least 34 people. Well, it seems like they succeeded in doing something over there, not destroyed all the missiles. I think they said they destroyed 20... No, they said they destroyed 21 out of 23, but nothing hit Kiev. They destroyed everything, so how come now they're destroyed? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, Kiev Oblast was attacked by both missiles and drones in the mass attack. All of them also shot down. So, out there, I don't know, man. You tell me. They said, anyway. So, launched the large-scale strike on Ukraine overnight on May 1st, injuring at least 34. So, some succeeded. And then Kiev Oblast was attacked by both missiles and drones in that mass attack. All of them also shot down. How did you shoot them down if they're injuring 34 people? And that's in Kiev or just Ukraine? Against Ukraine overnight. Okay, I got it. So it took me some time. So they succeeded in destroying some people, 34 people in Ukraine, but in Kiev, Oblast was also attacked, but all of them were shot down. So 100%. All right. The previous mass attack took place on April 28, with Russian attacks killing at least 19 civilians and injuring 24 more. All right. Now I have a question. I want to make a video on this. Where is Klitschko? Where is Klitschko? The boxer, the mayor of Kiev. He disappeared. In the past 3 months, I haven't heard a squeak. Nothing. What happened to him? What happened to Klitschko? Find Klitschko. That was on Kiev. And they said the military administration reported, not the mayor. At one point, Klitschko was almost every day saying things. Is it because he got too popular at one point? Threatening some other one's popularity? I think so. Or maybe he was blown up. Who the hell knows? The problem is, I think he's not allowed to show up in public. I think he became too popular, and he might threaten Zelensky's position if we go by democracy. But I don't go by democracy because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ukraine democracy, yeah. Well, bad Emil, naughty. All right, it's a most democratic, uncorrupt, non-corrupt, zero corrupt country, Ukraine. Nothing. Anyway, and we have a strong leader like Zelensky, always like. Anyway, so, well, it's Klitschko. When you find Klitschko, let me know, okay? I don't think he's training anymore, but here you go. So remember, 100%, everything from now is going to be a disaster if they miss one or two. And that brings me to a story that I usually say regarding this problem. When you lie too much, you can't come back from there. You jump over the cliff, you're done. So what happened? When I used to live in the communist country of Romania, or the socialist country of Romania, with a communist leadership, Uniparty, the communists, they were lying. They were lying, telling us how the economy was doing, and they always said it was doing fantastically, but we didn't have food, we didn't have other stuff. But the economy, and we lived great lives. I'm talking about the 80s, 1980s, not 1970s, which was great, I heard. Okay, 1980s. I was a little boy, so yes, I'm old. So anyway, you have that, and they were telling us the grain production of the Romanians. And the grain production, they always had to up it. So say, oh, this year we surpassed the last year production, and the next year, oh, we surpassed the last year. And then they couldn't be the same, no. That would see that we're not progressing, and it definitely could not show below at all. So because they were lying each and every year with bum, ba-bum, 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 this from reality here, they got so high that the Romanian production of steel or other things, of grain and corn, and surpassed the Americans' production. It was almost impossible. And I know the Romanians produced steel, a lot of steel then, and we sold grain. Those guys then sold grain all over the place and so on. But they lied so much they could not tell a lie again the next year, because if they would say it was the same as last year, there would be a big problem. The people would get in trouble. Leave alone if they would say it was below. No. So same with these guys. There's no return from this lie, because they will say, wait a minute, last time you succeeded 100%, what changed? And they cannot say that. Besides, we have here a live commercial for the military-industrial complex. You have here competing military-industrial complexes from multiple countries that want to sell their military hardware. They want to sell their weapons. So they have these guys telling, oh, who defends? What exactly do you use to defend Kiev? And the Americans are going to show up. Patriot, you want to buy them? Are the best. And you have to believe them, right? So it's just a commercial here. That's why I think they will not send really, or they're very, very skeptical on sending F-16s in Ukraine, because some of them will be blown up, will be downed, and they would not look good. Right now they can lie, no HIMARS battery was hit in a year. Zero from many we delivered, Russians could not. So buy HIMARS. Now we have the Patriot. Defend Kiev 100%. Do you believe this? I don't believe it. But anyway, if you want, that's your choice. And this is one thing. The other one is the Russians. Everything the Russians got is rusty, old-fashioned. They don't work. But the problem is when the Ukrainians got the MiG-29s from Slovakia and Poland, everybody's happy about it. Oh my God, yeah, they got the MiG-29. Well, if MiG-29 is garbage for the Russians, why is it not garbage for the Ukrainians? Again, remember that stealth bomber that bombarded the Chinese embassy in Belgrade in 1999. Remember that one? It was a stealth bomber that was shot down by the Serbian army or Yugoslav army. Then you know what military installation the Serbs used to down the last generation air stealth invisible fighter? 1960s technology. That kind of battery the Serbs had to down that invisible stealth fighter. I think it's 115 or something like this. I just looked over an article a few days ago and I was like, oh my God, 1960s? Whew. So 1960s destroyed the one in 1999, whatever. The latest bomber, whatever, that destroyed one of them destroyed the embassy in Belgrade. I don't know if it was the same kind, but this, I can't remember the name of the stealth. You can check it. You do a few clicks and you're going to find out. 1960s. So, you know, they work somehow. They say, well, they were lucky. They were just lucky. All right. Yeah, just lucky. So, yeah, that's a little thing here. There's no turning back. You got 100%. Everything that's not going to be 100% is going to be a failure. Congratulations. You pinned yourself in a corner. There's no way around it now. Unless you say that the Russians sent, I don't know. But even though they said, oh, we can down Zircon and we can down this kind, hypersonic, Patriot can do that. There's no fact, but the Ukrainians said last year, yeah, give us Patriot because they can destroy the hypersonic. They couldn't replicate the attack of a hypersonic because the Americans don't have hypersonic. They could say, okay, now we're going to do some hypersonic and see how the Patriot are responding to that. You don't have it. Oh, we have it, but we don't have it. Yeah, we have it, but we don't have it. You know, blah, 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 blah. But somehow the other guys stole the information from you because that's how it always goes. The Chinese got their fifth generation planes, fighter jets from that stealth fighter that was down by the Serbian army or Yugoslavian army in 1999. Supposedly, they stole the information. The Russians stole technology from Americans. Americans never. But who was first in space? Somehow the the Soviets. Unbelievable, you know? All these things are like, please. The same. They cannot build anything. We build. Do you believe that? I don't believe it. I'm not ignoring the fact that these guys are inventing it because... necessity is the mother of invention. And not only the system of communism make you, and the other ones, hey, I want this, I'm going to make money, I'm going to make a better life. You have incentives. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.